A forgotten name tag from a grocery store brought a grown man to tears. In Columbus, Ohio, a man was cleaning out his garage on a rainy Saturday morning. Boxes filled the shelves. Old photographs, school papers, broken electronics, things he hadn't touched in years. While sorting through one dusty box, he discovered a small plastic name tag. The letters were faded. The edges were scratched. But he immediately recognized it. It was from his very first job at a grocery store. He smiled as memories came rushing back. Back then, he was just a teenager trying to help his family. The job wasn't glamorous. He stocked shelves, cleaned aisles, pushed carts through snow and rain. Many people ignored him. Some customers barely looked at him. At the time, he often felt embarrassed. He dreamed of doing something bigger, something important, something successful. As he examined the old name tag, he noticed something unusual. A piece of tape was attached to the back. Carefully peeling it away, he found a tiny handwritten note. The handwriting belonged to his mother. The note said, "Never be ashamed of small beginnings." For a moment, he stood completely still. His mother had written that note years ago. She knew he sometimes felt discouraged. She knew he compared himself to others. And she wanted him to remember something important. Every great journey starts somewhere. Nobody begins at the finish line. Nobody starts as an expert. Nobody becomes successful overnight. The note stayed in his mind all day, especially because life had been difficult recently. His business was struggling. Several plans had failed, and the future felt uncertain. He had started questioning himself, questioning his decisions, questioning whether all the effort was worth it. Then he remembered the grocery store, the long shifts, the hard work, the small paycheck. At the time, it felt insignificant, but that job taught him discipline, responsibility, patience, and perseverance. Skills that helped him throughout his entire life. Suddenly, he understood what his mother meant. Small beginnings are not weaknesses. They are foundations. The things you do today may seem small, but they are preparing you for tomorrow. That realization changed the way he viewed his current struggles. Instead of feeling frustrated by slow progress, he became grateful for it. Because growth was still happening, experience was still being gained, character was still being built. Over the following months, he continued moving forward. Not because everything became easy, because he stopped expecting instant results. He focused on improvement instead. One step at a time. One lesson at a time. One day at a time. Eventually, opportunities appeared. His situation improved, and the goals that once felt distant became reality. Years later, he kept the old name tag in a frame above his desk. People often asked why. After all, it was just a piece of plastic. But to him, it represented something bigger. It reminded him where he started. It reminded him how far he had come. And most importantly, it reminded him never to underestimate small beginnings. Because the smallest chapter of your story can become the reason for your greatest success. So if you're watching this right now, and you feel like your progress is too slow, if your work feels unnoticed, if your dream feels far away, remember this. Every expert was once a beginner. Every success story started with a first step. And every great future starts with small beginnings. Keep going, keep learning, keep building. Because one day you'll look back at the place where you started and realize it wasn't holding you back. It was preparing you for everything that came next. And that may be the most important part of your story.